We are live.
Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome to Vancity Beats, Eats, and more.
Yes.
What is up? My name is Jamal. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are on episode 19 of season 2 on Vancity Beats, Eats, and more. And today we have a very special guest with us who goes by PosmoBaby.
Heyo.
Yeah. I'm really excited for today because a number of reasons. First is that I've known Jimena, aka PosmoBaby, for a couple years, and we've been able to connect through B-side radio, so we're going to be talking about that. And also, we're going to be making fresh tortillas. Jimena's going to show us her method of making fresh tortillas, fresh guacamole, and then we're all going to taste it. But I'm really stoked for this because we in the kitchen and we're going to be cooking. So thanks so much for tuning in. We are broadcasting live from the unceded and stolen lands of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, who have been caring for this land and these waters since time immemorial. And I'm grateful that we can be here doing this on this land and continue to thrive in our creativity, but also creating relations with the stewards of the land. So thanks again for tuning in. We're going to be making fresh tortillas. We're going to be talking to Jimena, getting to know their story, their art discipline, what they're putting their energy into here in Vancity's creative community. And we're going to eat. So it's going to be a really fun time. Jimena, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to chat and to make some tortillas.
Yeah.
And then, just share with the viewers some secrets.
Oh, you're going to find out some secrets. How are you feeling today?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I feel very excited just to be here at your home and with Cassie as well. So, I'm just excited.
Yeah. Yeah, we have, I live in an area that is busy, lots of action today, especially on like beautiful days. Today, we're so lucky to have a beautiful day in Vancity. And of course, that means people are pumping music, shooting music videos, chatting loudly, just having a good time. So we have to close the windows. It's going to get hot. But, that's what happens when we got to turn up the heat.
Exactly.
So I think we're going to start off by making the tortillas.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, which area of Mexico are you from?
I'm from Tabasco, which is in the southeast of Mexico. Very humid, very hot. Very like a jungle.
Ooh.
So lots of water and birds and crocodiles.
Nice. This method that you're going to show us today, how did you learn it?
Well, I just been making my tortillas here because I noticed that when I moved here, most of the tortillas that I would find were the yellow corn tortillas. And I'm not really like used to eating those, so I prefer this one. So I got like, it's a white corn flour, and then I just mix it with water. And I just got into making it just because I'm just more familiar with this flavor. I like it more, and I like them fresh.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You can't beat fresh.
Exactly.
So, and what's the name of the corn flour?
Oh, so we can say the name?
I think so, yeah.
You mean like the brand?
No, the Spanish name, or like, cause Maseca, is that the name of the flour?
Brand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. I can say it.
Yeah, it's Maseca. Yeah.
Oh, that's the brand.
Yeah.
It's not the type of flour.
Well, now you're confusing me, Jamal. No. I think. No. It is a brand. It is a brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. All right, good to know. We cleared that up.
Yeah.
I masa.
Yeah, maybe you wanted to say masa?
You know
Well,
what?
because we are going to make the masa, but there are different brands that will make this flour.
Okay.
And then it's like pre-made, so that you don't have to go through all the process of like, I guess, making it from scratch. So it is from scratch, but it's kind of a pre-made scratch.
Yes, it's prepared.
It's
yes,
prepared.
because otherwise you would have to get the corn kernels,
Exactly.
grind them,
Yeah.
dry it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So should I just...
Yeah, let's
Okay.
begin.
So usually what I do is I'm just going to mix the flour with the water.
Okay.
And I don't really add salt or anything, so I'm just going to do it like this. And actually, I'm just going to put it all.
Okay.
And because I have my nails, I'm just going to use this thing. But normally, I just use my hands.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you just...
Well, the nails are beautiful. We can't, we got to keep them
Thank you.
intact.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, I'm just used to making it. So, let's see. I don't have a specific ratio. But I just try to incorporate everything.
Yeah.
And obviously, I need more water. So,
Do you want me to pour?
yeah.
While
pour,
you're
pour.
mixing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we need more and more. Like the sugar.
That's why we got the prep
Eso
going
llama.
into here
A ver.
and then into here. More this whole
That's
thing?
good, that's
okay,
good.
Okay.
Because now, let's see. Oh yeah, we need more.
Okay. More.
Exactly, that's good. I think that should be good.
I mean, when you've been making them for this long, it's like it's instinctual, right?
Well, yeah, I guess I've had time to have a look at the consistency, like get to like try different tortillas that I've made with different like consistencies. So now I feel like, oh, I like it when they're like this soft, and then it
Okay.
takes this amount of water, so that yeah.
Yes.
I'm just gonna try.
Yeah.
So now, let's see. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my hands.
Okay. Is this the consistency you're looking for?
I think that's why I'm gonna use my hands, because
Okay.
now I wanna see.
Because you have to feel it.
Yeah. Oh no, this is good.
Okay, nice.
Because it feels wet,
Yeah.
but
Those nails.
I
Those nails are
know.
getting in there.
okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think this is enough.
Nice. And it's mixing and combining really nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, earlier you were saying that you make fresh tortillas for yourself like almost every day.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, tortillas are like a staple in my diet.
Yeah.
So I usually have masa ready for like just like the week or
Yeah.
I'm just like constantly having some.
What do you put in your
Ready.
tortillas when you eat them?
Oh, well, I feel like because I eat them in different ways, but with all of my most of my food. So I love like breakfast tacos. So
Yes.
I would make tacos that are like with scrambled tofu and things like that. But then sometimes I like to make like chorizo tacos. But then sometimes I like quesadillas. But sometimes like because it's very like you can make many things with this masa.
Yeah.
So yeah. But what else? Quesadillas, tacos. I think that's like the main thing I
Yeah.
make, quesadillas and tacos, just with different things. But just quesadillas and tacos.
And then filled with whatever you're feeling.
Exactly.
Like
or whatever
eating.
I have.
Or
like,
what, yeah.
Because everything goes well with corn.
That's true.
No, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna now put it here. This is good. Like,
Okay.
This is ready. And now, how about we make the wok too.
Okay, cool.
As I start preparing this.
Okay.
Because I would like to leave it here for just a little bit so it just like sits for a bit.
Okay.
Okay,
So now we're gonna switch over to starting the guac.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got avos. We got avos.
Yeah.
We got onion.
Onion.
Yellow onion. We got lime. We got habanero and cilantro and salt.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So let's start by chopping the cilantro and the onion. How about that? Let's leave the habanero
for later.
the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I will actually start making some masa bowls here.
Okay, cool. How long ago did you move to Vancity or to Canada?
I moved here in, let me think, it was 7 years ago. Yeah.
And what led you to moving up here?
Well, I was coming to volunteer at a Buddhist center.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I had been going to, I've been just practicing Buddhism for a long time now.
Yeah.
And at that, when I finished university, I was looking for opportunities to participate with the tradition that that I was following at the time. And then there was the opportunity to come here and to participate and support them with some of their publicity and social media and things that had to do with things that I was already doing in Mexico. So it just felt like a good match.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know many things about Canada or Vancouver. I just wanted to come to see what was what was about this city. And
yeah.
I came here and and from there I was like, okay, I think I can try to move here and I can try to get all my my papers and all that stuff figured out so that I can just move and stay here for a while. And compared to other parts of other countries in the world, I feel like Canada was not as strict or as difficult to immigrate to. So that was one of my motivations to just stay here. But yeah.
How was that experience working with the Buddhist center, and how did you get into Buddhism?
I think it was a great experience. I actually felt really supported, and I feel like I learned many things about myself and how to work in just work with people that are from even just different cultures, that think different, that communicate different. It was I feel like I had some expectations on how it was going to be, because I was like, oh, it's everyone's going to be just chill and all the time, regulated. And I actually realized that at the end of the day, we're all trying to be, hopefully the best version of ourselves. And sometimes it requires some challenges to talk and to negotiate and to agree and to work with people. So that was one of the learning parts that I had, because before I was just going to the center and going to the classes and studying, and I got into Buddhism when I was 17. So it's been many years.
Yeah.
So I was in Tabasco actually, and I went to a restaurant. I was having dinner or I don't remember, but I was somewhere, and then someone showed me this like publicity, like flyer about their about one of the talks they were gonna have in the city. So I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. And I remember that it was about attachment, and it was about how to cultivate like just like attachment. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, what is that? I don't know. And then I went, and I was like, wow, this makes so much sense. It made sense to me, like the things I was listening to, and I was like, wow, I like how we can connect with what these people are saying in a different level. That it was, anyway, it was just, I don't know, it was like such a like discovery, and yeah, such an important part of my life, because I think that's where I get a lot of my values and a lot of my vision and perception of myself, the space I occupy, and that relation to like other people. Like it's a lot of it has to and comes from all the things that I learned and that I feel like I'm still learning. Just by existing.
What are some of those things that you learned, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, I think that it's helped me to accept myself and other people, or at least try and have more compassion and to be more conscientious and try to like do something with my self-awareness. So it's like, you know, you can cultivate all these things and you can try to be a better person or whatever, but if you're not putting those things into action on your daily life, then what's the point of having all these thoughts in your head? Right? So I think that was like the huge thing was like, okay, now I have this information. How can I apply this into my life, and how can I make this actually expand and transcend in a way? So those were some of the things. But why don't we just start making the and then we'll go back to that.
Yeah, that's all good. Okay, I just want to ask you, do you want these thinner, or what?
Oh, like, that's fine. Yeah.
Size? The onion is good?
Well, I don't mind to like the
chunky?
Crunch.
Yeah, okay.
Onion. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, there you go. Let's have it like chunky.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so should we start with the...
Yeah, I'm just going to wash my hands again. And then I think you can mash the avocado.
Okay, cool. Let me finish this onion.
I got deep.
You know what? That's one thing I love about this show, and it's an opportunity to learn more about people that maybe we've just had like interactions with out in social settings or event settings where you don't necessarily have the space to go that deep, I guess, or if you're not super close. So this show is awesome because we get that opportunity to kind of like talk about deeper things, like what's behind your way of living, or the reason why you do what you do. So yeah, I love that about the show, and I love that about today with you, because I've had a real, like, it's been such a pleasure to just be alongside you in the last couple years, because for everybody out there who's watching, Jimena and I know each other from B-Side Radio. So B-Side Radio is an internet community radio station here based in the Beaumont Studios in Mount Pleasant. And even before we started B-Side, Jimena reached out when we did a call for applications, and Jimena submitted an application. And so Jimena was part of our first round of programmers. So day one with B-Side. And since that time, I've seen so much growth, like in terms of specifically like DJing. And in addition to that, though, you've really created space at B-Side for your community, which is such a cool thing to witness as someone who supports you. So like seeing the growth of the community and the space that you've created for that community, especially me seeing it at B-Side, and then seeing where it's led to, which we're also going to talk about. But yeah, it's so cool. And yeah, it like warms me up.
Thank you.
So I'm really, I just love that I accepted to do this, and you know that this opportunity allows us to talk a bit deeper.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's been a journey. Yeah. Yeah, I also feel very happy with all the things that have evolved with B-Side, and I've learned so much. Like I feel like having the radio show was like what really gave me the last push to be like, okay, we have to do something. You know, I was like already having these things in my mind, but then I was like, again, no, like we need to put the work into it. And I was like, how would this look like? And with the radio show, and then interacting with people and inviting people, and also kind of like practicing, and also like with my own DJing, like trying more, because when I started the radio show, I was like, what is this? Like, I don't even think I was like that comfortable with CDJs.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. Like, wow. I remember the first show, I was like sweating before going. I was like almost not crying, but I was like, this is so intense. Like, wow, everyone's gonna be like noticing all these things, and like, what is this thing? I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't know, but you know. And so I remember that, and I see like how I feel now with my DJing, and like even just I don't know, having the radio show for 2 years. Like I'm like, wow, I'm so grateful as well for the people that show up, the people that watch the show, the people that come, that want to play, because it's not, you know, I can do whatever, but if people are not actually engaging and they're not being part of this exchange, then it doesn't, I don't think it has that impact, right? Like it's both parts.
Yes, that the invitation and the action too, or like showing up.
Exactly.
Can you tell people like what is the name of your radio show?
Yes, the radio show is Caricias,
and what is your intention with the radio show?
Oh well, to showcase independent artists that identify as femme or that are non-binary in the city, and my emphasis has been on people who are from Latin America or have some sort of connection to Latin America. But I don't only book people that have, you know, that specific connection to Latin America, because I believe that as, you know, queer people, we have many different intersections, and I still want to be able to share the space with people that I may not have that specific intersection with. And so I feel that with the radio show, I can do that, and I can invite people and hopefully build community and get to know each other, and just grow together.
I think that's exactly what's happening.
Okay, so.
All right, what are we?
So now I'm gonna put it here. Okay. I think this is ready. I'm gonna put them here, but I'm gonna bring this a little bit to here so that it's close. Wow.
This is how I used to tell if they were ripe. You know, you have to call the avocado hotline.
What? What? That's funny. Oh, do you need
Yes, I'm gonna grab a bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's do this.
Okay, so now you've rolled them into little
so I had the
balls.
masa, and then I turned the masa into this little balls that you see here. And now I'm just gonna press them.
Woo!
And there you go.
Ooh.
Beautiful tortilla.
For real.
Okay. And now here.
So
for you to
press.
see.
So smooth.
So, yeah, because the masa is perfect. No, porque no se necesita aceite. Because otherwise there will be like fritas o algo frito, ¿no? Pero no está frito, just like this. Okay. Let me count. How many did I make? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. And then you see the...
It's the smoke.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
there's a little bit of smoke.
And because it's already, like I always do it just with my hands.
Yeah.
My nails help me.
So, and then how do you know when they're finished?
Yeah. So you flip them 3 times.
Okay.
And on the 3rd time, they, how do you say
Poof?
that? Yes.
They puff up?
Yes, and
Okay.
that's how you know they're cooked.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna flip it for the 2nd time. And when I do this again, you kind of touch the center, and then it goes like this. You'll see.
Oof. We're getting a lesson.
Well,
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, and the smell is so good. It's like, wow, I don't know. I think smell and like the aroma of the foods, it can take me to like places, moments, like.
Is there a moment that it brings you to right now?
Yeah, because I was just thinking like, so when I first started making, okay. My great grandmother, when I was growing up, she would, me and another cousin used to help her making tortillas, and so she will actually do the whole process, but we will join just to like the part where we're like kind of making just this and like.
Yeah.
But, and then she had like this comal with like the fire, like it was just a whole experience. And so when I started making my tortillas here, like I could almost feel like a strong, like I would almost go back to those moments where I would be with her and like, oh, look at this. And I remember we would make like this mini tortillas because we were like kids.
Yeah, they're so cute when they're little.
Yeah.
Like pancakes, you know, when you make tiny pancakes.
Okay. No, this is fine. I'm used to, okay, yeah, no, this is going to be fine. And I just don't want to burn them. Can you imagine? No. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so it's a nice memory that I have with the tortillas. But we would take, so it was like, so she would have the kernels like ready, and then we will go together to the mill, and then we will go back home with the masa, and then that's when we would be doing all the stuff. But the family was like so many people that we had to make so many, like see how it's like starting to.
Oh yeah.
It's like this air.
Yeah.
That's kind of the sign.
That they're ready?
Yeah, because it means that it's cooked, so the center is cooked. But I have to be honest, sometimes I have eaten some of this not fully cooked. It's okay. Like, you're gonna be okay. But this one's will be fine. Okay. How's it going here?
Good.
This is a cute one. I like
Yeah.
it. Did you get it recently?
No, my roommate got it.
Okay.
I don't know where they got it from, but I love the watermelon. When you were growing up and you talk about your great grandma, is that, and then you said you would go to a mill to, so that was the process of taking the corn kernels?
No, hang on. No, just one moment. Es una situación. We just have a situation here. What? I totally got this.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You were saying that you would go to a mill.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember a lot of it because honestly, I must have been like 3-4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of like, a memory rather than a vivid, like I don't remember where the place was or anything. And as I was getting older, she wasn't as active with doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she still lives. She's like 92, I think.
Wow.
So, but she doesn't make tortillas anymore.
Now people take care of her, I hope,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And there's one area of your work that I just recently, have been finding out about, but that you do video.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us about your art, your video projects?
Yeah, well, that is something that I feel like I've been doing almost my whole life because when I was a kid, my grandmother used to take so many pictures of me, almost like a picture every day. Yeah. So she would like I think I just developed this like comfort with the camera because she will be constantly like, okay, now pose here, now stay there, now here, and I'll just be like, okay, like,
pose,
okay, here, okay, like, and so I would like when I was a kid, I would always be like acting and like performing, and I would be in the mirror and I'll be like this, that, and I'll have my conversations and I'll have like my little, my novela, my telenovela going on. Like I'm like my own character. I'm like, okay. And so it was always very natural to want to be like I feel like I was just ready to just like have the camera kind of thing because I was just kind of used to with like my grandmother.
Yeah.
But then I had a period when I was a teenager where I used to film myself every day too. I don't know why I had this things, but I would just like do kind of the same thing every day for days. And then I would look at it and then I sometimes wouldn't do like a lot with it. I would just like go back and revisit, and a lot of it were like conversations about my thoughts, like just like my introspections, because it was also around the time where I was like more involved in Buddhism. So a lot of my thoughts and the things that I would think about, the things that I was reading or learning, I would like record them and I would like then film myself doing some other stuff. So not only that, but sometimes it will be just silly things. And like I just one day wanted to get together, like to put together some videos and edit them in ways that I could tell a story or give voice to this other aspect of myself, because I feel like I have different mediums that I explore with my practice, but with video performance is like more about my thoughts and my feelings and more about using my body as a tool to express other things. So I like to add like poetry, like so I would like write about my research on what I'm filming or what I did. So it's usually like my thoughts, my I'm constantly like doing analysis and research, and I'm observing. I love observing like human behavior and like try to understand why we do the things that we do. And so with that, then I see differences in like in my specific case between Mexico and being in Canada. And so then when I go back to my recordings and I go back to like things from my childhood or memories or things that I have just collected. And then I kind of contrast that with being here and how the culture is here and all these things. It just like, I just have all this info, and then it just feels that the medium that fits with it is like video and performance. And so then I just edit the videos, and I like to do video collage. So I will film the performance, and then I edit it with like putting like different videos like in the same video with like, and then I'm narrating sometimes, which is like the part of my thoughts and like my feelings and all these things that I put into poems. And then it's usually about like my journey, just like moving and navigating life.
Yeah. And it almost sounds like a journal, but then but then it involves, you've added other expressions, like you said, your body movements or physical movements and stuff.
Yeah, so it's been a really like it helps me to communicate things that I feel that in other ways I wouldn't be able to express. So video gives me that. I like it.
And I mean, and you mentioned that you, from a young age, kind of, because you said your great grandmother was taking.
My grandmother.
Oh, sorry, grandmother was taking photos and of you, that you were comfortable with the camera and stuff, and I could definitely tell, you know, with the radio, because the radio is a video, we stream video as well as audio, and a lot of people were like really shy about the camera part, but Jimena was not.
I was like, I'm ready.
Yes.
I know.
Which is totally like, it's a whole other area of comfort, you know, that people who don't have that familiarity need to build that up.
Well, I feel like it's a performance. I feel like that's what it is. Well, I mean, life is a performance, right? And so we just choose how we express it in different, like, with different mediums. But like, I feel like more than anything, I feel like it's playing. Yeah. I feel like I take it seriously, but not too seriously to the point where it would stop me from doing something. It's more like, okay, I want to find how can this be more like fun for me and playful? Because it wasn't like that. Like I was saying, like my first show, like the first episode.
Yeah.
I was not relaxed.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, my neck, everything was like, just like, you know, but I feel like overall I feel comfortable. Yeah. And I like it. And I would do it even for myself. Like sometimes even just crying. I'll be like, I'm just going to film this right now. Like, I don't know, like just to add some spice to my life, I guess, to see it again. Like, I don't know. And yeah, many things like that I have that I'm like, wow, I have been, like, anyway, I just think it's interesting that I have been doing this. Then I'm like, okay, I feel like to the little Jimena, I want to look and be like, okay, I'm going to do something with all these things that you've been gathering. No worries, okay?
Yeah.
I got you. I'll do it. I'll do it. So, yeah, that's kind of where I feel like I'm now just like more focused on creating and growing and seeing how can I include more people as well.
That's interesting. Even because you mentioned earlier, like how the smell of the tortillas, cooking the tortillas brought you back. It makes me think like when you do take these videos, just like almost for the purpose of revisiting them later or bringing you back, like the idea of like returning to something.
Whoa.
So is that part of why you think?
Well, I've been thinking more about longing and belonging because I feel like that's a very recurrent like feeling, sensation, like energies, like, because it's not that I don't want to be here or that I want to be there or that I don't want to be there and I want to be here. It's like I am here, I'm from there. I have all this like connection to it. That's where I feel like I'm myself with everything and my wholeness, you know. But I forgot the point. I totally forgot it.
I asked you about like returning to something.
Yeah. So So I feel like more than returning, because so how do I say it? I feel like returning makes me feel of not coming back, and I feel like I'm more interested in the conversation of both worlds and how that can dance.
Nice.
Instead of just trying to be here or there or here, or trying to just be like in this like box where I'm like, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, sure. No, like how can this just flow together? Because ultimately this is where I am, this is where I want to be. And I'm not going anywhere right now. So it's like, I have to be my friend, right? In my journey, and not to. So I don't know. I just like to find ways.
Cool. That's really cool. I mean, I can.
Look, una situación.
I know.
It's. Oh, we good. It's all good. You know, it's not. You know, you're probably not having a conversation with someone when you're making these at home.
Yeah, I'm like no. I'm just
Okay, so now I've mashed.
Okay, perfect. So now let's put the limón.
Limón.
Limón y sal, y luego pues, sí, ándale.
This is how I like to squeeze the citrus.
Nice. Freshly squeezed.
Squeeze! Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can relate to what you said too, because, I mean, my parents immigrated to Canada from Lebanon. And I have always felt this like yearning for connecting to my family's culture and my ancestry. But however, like being born in Canada and growing up here, I always found that to be very challenging, and I never really knew how. But I like what you mentioned about not just remaining like stuck in thinking about it, but accepting that, like, yeah, I am here. I'm very grateful to have been growing up in this environment. It's afforded me such a different lifestyle, which is what my parents wanted for us. And being here and recognizing that, like, what can I do with that, what I have and where I am, to create that connection. So I've been thinking, you know, that's been an ongoing. But
you know, I think that's one of the things that you might be just thinking about your whole life. Because I don't think there's like a beginning or an end. It's just, you know, as we grow, as we change, as we experience the world, and the world changes as well, then we kind of adapt. But I think it's good and important to make these observations and to connect as well. Because I think there are ways to still feel and honor that connection, even if you're not there.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think for me also that's why I like to make like my tortillas or my foods. I like to incorporate a lot of the rituals or that customs or things that I'm familiar with from Mexico, because that's also not just like food that it just like feeds me, but it kind of nourishes my spirit. It makes me feel like I'm still connected. Like, of course, this is who I am. You know, it like I don't feel that the place where I am geographically will define that about myself. I think that I can play a little bit around that.
Yeah, definitely, and that's part of it too. Playing.
Okay, how many tortillas do we have? Sorry, I'm like.
No, it's all good.
Like.
Ooh, they're steaming too.
Yeah.
Very
nice.
Okay,
I'll make a couple more.
Okay. Okay, so I squeezed half a lime. Okay. Should I do the whole thing? What do you say? Because we emptied 3 entire avocados.
You do it all.
Do it all.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. And in terms of that community, do you have were you able to find that community here?
No.
No?
I'm like, no, that's why I've been putting so much work into building a community. Like, it's been insane. Like, I moved here and, like, there was nothing.
Really?
Nothing. Well, I mean, nothing within my intersection. Like, of course, there have been people that have been, you know, creating spaces for Latinos, and I think it's amazing. But I feel like, specifically for queer people that have some connection to Latin America, I was not really connecting with, like, like, I would meet people here and there, but it wasn't like, okay, there's, like, you know, a place where all of us can go and, like, feel like we're welcomed, we're, like, part of it, we're, like, it's fine for us to be there, we can just be loud, we can be whatever.
Be ourselves.
Yeah, like, people are not gonna get, like, weird, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I feel like that lack motivated me a lot to put the effort into inviting people to, like, play, teach people to DJ, like, share the skills, like, because there's no way that just by one person having an idea, again, things are going to show up, like, you know, and, like, that, I think that's why it's so important to share skills, because otherwise how are people going to know how to do things? And particularly for people that may or may not be marginalized based on their intersection. Why, I don't know, and also I feel like I've been able to do the things that I've been able to do because in my journey there have been people sharing things with me, and that's why I'm here. So why wouldn't I then continue, right? So that it actually keeps growing.
Yes.
And so I feel like that was kind of my thing, just focusing on, like, well, there's the radio show, I can invite people that would play these rhythms, and then I can share the skills so that hopefully more people want to play this stuff or something similar, or have a space to feel comfortable being themselves. And then as more people are doing this, then it just grows, you know, and then it's like...
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of skill sharing, you do that in not only with DJing, as you mentioned, but also with sewing, right?
I love sewing.
Yeah.
I love sewing. It's such a wonderful skill. I teach sewing. I've been doing that actually since the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's been great. I started doing that in the downtown east side.
Yeah. With an organization? Or?
Yeah, with can I say the names?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with Atira.
Atira.
Atira
the women's organization?
Yeah, it's a organization that supports women and children facing violence. And so they have many programs and they manage buildings and stuff, but one of their programs is they have an art studio where they offer workshops for people to just drop in from the neighborhood. Yeah. And they're free for them and all the rest of it. And so the idea is to empower them so that when they make their pieces, they can also sell them in the shop. And so part of their sales will go to them. So it's a way to empower them so that they can be independent or they can make their own money, and, you know. But
nice.
Yeah, so at first I was teaching their embroidery.
Yeah.
And then, because I was already sewing my own clothing and stuff, I was like, I asked if I could change and start doing some, like, basics of sewing, and if some people would be interested. And yeah, I started, like, just literally with basics, like, this is how you adjust the machine, and, you know, just so people would get comfortable with, like, even just, like, touching the machine.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. I didn't even remember. But yeah, so I started doing that, and then I just was like, well, maybe I can do it for, like, other people. Maybe other people would want to learn as well sewing, and so I just put it on my Instagram one day, and they were like, let's do this. I want to learn sewing. And so I was like, okay, cool. So then let's do it. And it's been organic in that way. Like, I just do it kind of at the beginning of the year. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. But I really like sharing those skills, and I'm also now being part of another art therapy program at a place that's by St. Paul's Hospital. It's a foundation for people with AIDS, and it's one of the activities that they have is like I come and we do like some sewing and it's cute.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we have dinner together.
Oh,
too.
that is amazing.
Yeah, it's nice, and I've met people from Mexico there. It's been nice too. Yeah. Anyway, I really like going there because everyone is like, it's always a different vibe, but I find that the women there are so grateful, and they are so honest and so genuine. It's so inspiring. Like yeah.
You leave with your heart and
I'm like, wow. I just came here to do some sewing with them. They're so happy, and I'm like, my heart is full. I'm like, wow, I was able to do something that makes you feel good, because some of these people, especially the ones that live there, they are like at a stage where they are just there to spend the last days kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have like mental illnesses or dementia. So like in all of, or most of them, I would say, are people that are struggling with addictions. So there's a lot of things going on in the groups and different energies, different like needs. But I love it. I feel like, sometimes some of the women will come and they don't even want to sew, which is fine. They're just hanging out.
They want to just be there.
They want to just be there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I get a lot of satisfaction of going and sharing my skills with them.
It's like, it's very kind, generous, but also really cool that you're putting that energy into the local community too.
Oh
and
my
supporting...
God. Well, that's the whole thing, because like you're saying, I'm also not from here. Like I'm a guest. Like, and I have so much privilege to just, I don't know, like I have a roof, I have a bed to sleep. I have food. We're making food. You know what I mean? Like, how could I, like, like for me, it's crucial. Like I need to find ways to give back to the people, because I don't think it doesn't sit well with me to just take. And like it's important, and it's like,
it's part of that cycle that has been coming up a bit. In terms of your DJing and these community efforts, there's another community, Gateo. Can you tell us what Gateo is, who you do it with, who is it for?
Well, Gateo is it's a series of events, and it's co-founded by Bianca, Brenda, and myself. We're both from, well, Brenda is from Peru, Bianca is from Dominican Republic, and Mexico. And so we basically curate events where we center the talent that we want to showcase, like we want to book, again, being like queer, trans, and we try to make it more of an effort to be like fully Latinx, but again, because the intersections sometimes can be like, right?
Many.
So many.
Yeah.
So we have that kind of variety, but our main focus is to bring talent that are local from other cities as well, but everything within the same energy, which is mostly because we're all like, so it's really for, I'm sorry, I'm like, because it's like so much information, and I feel like we've been growing so much lately that things have been evolving and changing a bit. So I'm just trying to even think like, wow, like the reception has been really amazing. Like people really want to be part of it, really want to participate, really want to support. And I think that also shows that we are trying to fill a gap and to just bring other people on board with that as well. And I think that has been amazing too. And also being able to provide space for like in the nightlife, right? Because it's mostly like white men, straight white men that have access, that have equipment, that have contacts, that, you know. So in that sense has been a bit challenging, but I feel like we are just trying our best and like trying to find, you know, venues, this, that. But yeah, it's going to be our anniversary in April.
Nice.
Yeah.
1 year?
1 year. Yeah, 420. That's all I'm going to say.
April 20th. Mark your calendar.
Yeah. And yeah, we're very excited for this event. We want to invite, it will be this time mostly local people, because in the past, well, last year we were inviting people from like other parts of, like outside Canada, which has been also really amazing to connect with other people in other countries and in other places through music and by throwing these events. And yeah, so now we want to have more people that are new, that are just starting DJing, people that are a bit more established, and so that we can still, you know, share like the space, the moment, the everything, and to include more people so that it's not just like, you know, the same people, like only their friends that get booked and etc. So
Yes.
yeah, that's Gateo.
That's amazing. Congrats on 1 year almost.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
I mean, from, you know, witnessing the community that you bring to B-Side, it is really cool to see that you're taking that out as well to other events, because your show's kind of early. It's like 6:30 to 8, but it's always a party. It's like the pre-party to the pre-party, and then
Yeah, I know.
But it's amazing, the support, the people who come out to support. So it is cool that you're able to take that also and then bring it to like a nightlife situation. But I wanted to ask you, like, in terms of how can people who do have spaces and stuff, like, how can they be more supportive or open to the queer community?
Well, they have to do their part. They have to do their research. They have to reach out to people. And honestly, actually, there was one person who did that. You know, this person, very like established, resources, venue, everything, reached out and was like, I have this, I want to share this, and I want to support you. Let's figure out a deal. I have the venue. Let's meet up. I want to support. And I was like, okay. That's what I want to hear.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
It's Gateo_oficial. Look it up. Support. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I also don't think it's on us to do the work to tell them why they need to support us. It should just be automatic. Like, just check in with yourself and your privilege and what you have access to, and whether or not you're including other people in that, or no, and who are you including, right? So what I would say is like, yeah, like just, yeah, check in, you know, and look in the mirror, and then have some sort of, yeah, because it's a personal thing, I think. It comes from a place where you want to support, and you have to get out of your comfort and get out of yourself in order to reach out, in order to propose, in order to do the work and actually support, right? So I think there's been a bit of that, but I still think that it's been predominantly run by white, straight men.
Yes. Yeah. That's That's the kind of like the status quo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I don't know. Did that answer your
I
question?
think so. Yeah. Okay, let's.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Chile.
Yes. So now, we added the limon, we added the salt. So add the onion.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. Cool.
Let's just do it with our hands.
Okay.
There you go.
And then mix it up.
Yeah. It's my favorite when the onion is crunchy.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like.
Okay, and then you advised me. You gave me some advice about how to cut this habanero.
Yeah, because.
So, how are we gonna do it?
Okay. So look. So, you do it, but I was just gonna say just to like this because. So we don't want to get the part that has all the seeds, right? Because this is gonna be if you touch this, no, it's deadly.
Bad news.
But if we just use like this part,
okay,
and then we just kind of remove the.
So you don't want to get the seeds into it.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I know people who eat them, but you would like. I guess only if you have like a mega extreme tolerance to Chile,
I think we probably wouldn't be making it to our second interview today.
Yeah,
if, that happened.
Yeah, it would be like hard, no? Okay, so.
And even like the white, the
flesh. Yeah,
because
that's like
part?
the veins, no?
Okay.
Or how do you say it in English? No, I think it's vein. In Spanish we say las venas.
Nice.
Veins. Okay. And then.
Wow, professional.
Well,
slice it
I mean.
Also, you, in terms of your video art, you mentioned that you have one coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to be participating in 2 exhibits so far this year.
Nice.
One in Mexico City, and another one here. So Mexico City will be in May. And
you'll be going there?
Yeah, I'm going to be in Mexico City for a month.
Wow.
I'm really excited. I'm going to be teaching sewing too.
Wow.
I'm going to have my radio show there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm going to have the exhibit. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to connecting with the community there as well to share skills.
Yes, do what you do here.
Yeah, literally.
But over there.
Yeah, I think that can
That's
be really
amazing.
fun. Yeah, I think this should be fine.
Yeah, that's.
What do you think? Do you think you're gonna be okay?
I mean, there's only one
We'll
way to
figure it
find out.
At least we don't have this part, so
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But do it with the spoon or something.
knife.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh,
Be
you got one
careful.
seed in there.
Wow.
Okay, cool. All right, so
We're almost done.
yeah, so we have Jimena made us the fresh tortillas. We got the guacamole, and now we're
bring
gonna
las
do the
tortillas.
taste, the combination.
Oh my God.
We're gonna bring them together.
Oh my God. Okay. The moment of truth.
Okay.
You go first.
No,
You go
we have to
first.
do it at the same time.
Oh, at the same time?
Yes.
First bite.
First
Okay.
bite.
Okay.
Okay, so
let's go. Okay.
so and
Just
they're
with the hand,
they're
no?
still warm.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
They're still like, look,
Oof.
beautiful,
Fresh.
fresh.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just,
So do you tear it,
I'm just.
or you
so,
you do a a full one?
So just like this.
Ooh, just fill it up.
Yeah. Do you want to grab your?
Yeah,
own?
I'm gonna grab one.
Do you have no, it's fine. It's fine. I was gonna say just like a napkin. Okay,
Can you use
perfect.
that?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I can use this, of course.
Okay, we're gonna
Let's
fill
see.
it. You know, you want to get that ratio. I think that's pretty good. I
Eso,
think that's pretty
eso.
good. Yeah. Oh, they smell incredible.
Okay.
Ready? Face the light.
Woo! Okay, okay, all right.
Okay, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. see. And it's more guacamole,
Needs
Mine-
the tortilla, yeah.
right? Because it's gonna
Oof.
let's put more.
Add more.
Exactly.
I agree. Oh yeah, the combo.
Yeah, no, it's nice, eh?
The
And it's not even that
freshness.
picoso.
Yes, it's not very spicy. It's good. It's really good. Cassie just wants the live stream to end so she can have some. Soon.
Está bueno.
Very good. Wow.
You're like...
Thank you so much for this, for showing us how to make fresh tortillas, for directing me on the guac. It may have been my hands doing the work, but you know, there was some serious guidance there. And also, you know, before we end, I just want to ask you, what are you focusing on and working on for yourself and for your community for this year? What are you putting your energy into?
I'm putting my energy into finding ways to be more inclusive and to be more congruent with my values and my actions, and to actually bring people that are starting into the community, not only with like DJing, but also with sharing my skills of sewing. I want to be more engaged with what's happening in the world, in my city, and I want to be able to contribute in the ways that I can. And I'm thinking about people who are facing difficult things right now in the world.
It's okay, it's okay.
I know it's... I'm just gonna put my taco here.
Okay.
I'm like... I'm just gonna have some water.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, so I'm working with Gateo with our events for the year, and I'm also thinking about, with that, how can we include more people in the community, not only with DJing, but perhaps with other mediums like photography or VJing or performance art, or like maybe textile arts and things like that. So we're thinking of how can we incorporate other mediums with what we do. And with Caricias, I would like to have a DJ workshop that can take a bit longer, but I'm finding ways to do it as well that will go well with my schedule. So anyway, I'm thinking of like things to include other people, and then for my own practice, I'm focusing on like getting more into pattern making. I want to learn how to make my own patterns, and with
Through sewing? Sewing patterns?
sewing
Cool.
patterns, and maybe like 3D sculptures.
Nice.
I would like to try that because I already sew many things, so why not incorporate that with like the performances or something. So that, and yeah, I'm just, open to opportunities, invitations, collaborations, and yeah, I'm just doing things from a good intention, I think.
Most definitely, especially after this exchange today and what you've shared with us. I can really, I appreciate what you've shared, because it does give it insightful, and it gave me insight about where you're coming from and a little bit of your story and your journey and where you're at. And I'm super grateful that our journeys have intersected here. And yeah, I'm really excited for what you and your community are building. So thank you so much for all the work and energy you put in to this place.
Thank you.
Where can people find you?
Instagram, La PosmoBaby, and just try me there.
And the rest is there as well.
The rest is there. Yeah, exactly. You can see everything there. All you need to know is there.
Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. This brings us to the end of episode 19, season 2. My name is Jamal. We got Kazi behind the lens. Special guest Jimena today showed us how to make fresh tortillas and fresh guacamole. This has been a jazzy production. Thanks again for tuning in live. Shout out to Tellus for funding this project. And shout out to everybody watching this on the replay. This has been Vancity Beats, Eats, and more!